Hi everyone. This is a channeling from my light beings from February 20th, 2020. And the light beings that I channel are a collective of several different energies and a few that I connect with all the time, but then there's specific ones that'll come through and, they'll tell me exactly who they are and I'll share that with you. This one is from a specific guide, Malcolm, who came through and I felt this like immediate warmth and connection with her presence. And sometimes there's a little bit more of a masculine vibe, sometimes there's more of a feminine vibe, and sometimes it's just really neutral. But here's a bit of our conversation. I ask, what do you call yourself? Seeker of light, guider of light, of the highest prodigy. Where our realm meets yours, you are beginning to see that there is no realm without you or me. We are just we. We exist where we are, and we are everywhere. We are. Nor you or me can see where the line is, as there is no line of difference. We are we, so just be. I love that. We are just we. And this is, they say this often actually. And she says, yes, I am a light being. So I ask, what is a light being? Keepers, seekers, and guides of the light. We transform light into light and more light. We transcend the voice of time and space, and we connect light to light. We are all light. We are connectors of light. It amplifies the glow of all of us. The more light, the more we see. What are we meant to see? I ask. Your truth, your purpose. You will find your truth and purpose when you connect to the light, and we are here to assist people in doing that on earth and all around wherever we are, which is everywhere. So that's just a quick little glimpse into Malcolm, and you'll notice like there's different voices of some of the different beings. They have a very different personality, but there's a distinctive voice of each one. So you'll see that. This is actually from March 18th, 2020. My guides had just told me that I was an interdimensional leader. That is meant to assist in transmitting energy and information to all of the world. And I was like, what? Who? So this is what she said. These members consist of leaders of the world, leaders who are also guiders of the light. So I believe like we, or at least many of us drawn to, watching these sort of videos are all guides and are meant to be shining and sharing and transmitting our light and energy and information to others to assist in this bigger vibrational shift individually and as a collective that we are experiencing. So anyway, they assist in all things in the higher order. They set things up and make things happen for all to be able to come to the light, leaving behind the ones who are not ready to purge their inheritance of the woes. Super weird phrasing, but I just go with it. Sometimes they just sometimes their words and vocabulary are very specific, and you'll notice I have to look up words up sometimes. But these people will stay at a certain energy level, while others will make the choice to transcend themselves into a greater version of themselves. This separation will divide for a time being, then we will be able to reunite more all together as one. These people who choose not to grow and let go will be left behind. They will be left behind to conquer their fears because they are not willing to receive the help that is generously and lovingly being offered right now. And that's okay. They will rejoin when they're ready. A new race of transcended will arise and be able to join the light keepers, and together they will assume their mission. Their mission is to save the world, save it from hardship that they were never meant to endure. Meaning hardship originally was never meant to be endured on Earth originally. Their mission is to bring peace and balance back to this world and be able to live more lovingly together as one light. So I ask, what can people be doing now to help? You now doing the service will help spread the word, your light will endure and help others reestablish themselves with the light. This is your purpose, speaking to me specifically. The purpose of others as a whole is to reconnect with themselves and their own light and not be afraid to share it out into the world. Too many people are afraid of sharing their light into the world out of fear that others will laugh or judge. Too many people are holding themselves back from their own freedom and fortitude of their own lives and their own dreams. So I actually had to look up the word what fortitude meant, because yeah, sometimes I have to look up certain words because I kind of know what they mean, but usually when they're words that I don't normally use, they have a specific meaning. When I look them up, it's like, oh, okay, that makes sense. So so fortitude means courage through adversity. So yeah, so too many people are holding themselves back from their own freedom and fortitude, which is their courage through adversity, and their own dreams. And dreams meaning their heart and their intuition, their true desires and purpose, not their sleepy dreams. So I ask, how can people connect to themselves more? Some people know how to connect, but they choose to not take the time. I'm like, that sounds familiar. I do that a lot. I'm sure many of us do. They make excuses for more important things. Your world is shifting its priorities right now. When balance is brought to your world's priorities, people will meet themselves and begin to remember and discover why they are here. Your people have forgotten, meaning earthly people, which is okay, but when lots of people forget, imbalance occurs. Right now you are witnessing a wake up and shake up of world priorities, and therefore personal priorities as well. People will reconnect and rediscover themselves, for they have to in order to shine their light out into the world. That is our mission, to help everyone shine their light as bright as it can be. This affects other worlds, and they will see us and our light, and we will connect to theirs. So other worlds meaning other planets and other species as well. Okay, so this reading, as I continue, this was actually in March of 2020. So remember that this is when the first shelter-in-place orders just came out. The shelter-in-place experience will remain intact for 12 months. This will bring the most light to your world. There will be variations of the shelter-in-place, but this would actually be recommended. I'll tell you in a minute what they mean by recommended. 12 months will help curb pollution in the atmosphere as well. It will have profound effects on natural resources as well. Your world needs time to heal. So when they say that would be recommended, they're referring to this time being a time where people can go through a transformation, and this time is actually helping bring awareness to the greater shift that's trying to come through. Okay, so you need to be prepared for turmoil, things to be shaken up, and things will not look like they did a year ago on a socio-economic, political, or an interpersonal way. People will connect differently with people and will appreciate others more. They will have a desire for connection, true connection. They will become clear about what they need to do, and if they don't start making changes, they will be left behind. They keep saying being left behind. So I ask, in what way? What does that mean? Okay, so some will die and some will be left behind by others who no longer vibrate with them. I advise all people to be ready to make changes in themselves and their mental outlooks and perspectives of the world. It's all changing, and you need to be willing to change with it. So when I first heard this, I was just like, anytime anything comes up that sounds like turmoil, pain, bad, anything, I'm like, oh no, maybe I'm not channeling, the highest beings, but I know I am. And so I tend to wear these like rosy colored glasses, and I like to see everything in like the highest light. But it's all of this, they're always speaking in a very like neutral way. So even when they say things that might sound like bad, to us, like death or, just people going through, a lot there, it's actually very neutral when I hear it. And it's actually, I think a lot of this is what's just helping people take people to kind of the next level, this next shift and transformation that they're talking about. So I ask, what advice do you give us all in this time? Be true and kind to yourselves and to others. This is general advice, but effective nonetheless. Be true to you, find the guidance within. We are always with you. Your time is here and now. The people have spoken and they will be heard. You are lights amongst all of us. Continue to shine. So these few are just some random channelings, but we'll be getting into some more of the good stuff, in some other videos. And if you liked this channeled content, you can like and subscribe if you want. And yeah, I'm excited to share more with you guys. And so, like my light beings always say, you are us, we are you, we are we. So see you guys next time.